Hey guys, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup number 2. Gonna continue the coverage of myself. Playing now as the Conf with, again, different colors. You can tell I was really getting pretty inventive this tournament. Against Agent B8factor. You might not have heard of this guy before. He did play in some of the Artifact Cups way back in the day. Maybe he was in Kara Cup 12? I can't actually remember. But here he is now against me on Torn Crater. I've got my little text document for me. So, game 1, of course, lower seed picks faction first. I picked Conf, he picked random, which is cool. I love it when people play random, you know what I mean? Gonna be the vanilla Galzian colors Galzian, which is cool. And then, yeah, I picked Torn Crater. Second map, he picks random again, I picked Conf, and he picks Torn Crater again. So, this is actually an interesting note here, because it means that we played the same match twice. I have in the info document here a little, is this legal? Because, I don't know, I wasn't sure if we were actually allowed to do that or not, but I didn't realize it had happened until I was assembling the replay pack. The reason is because we played these two games, pretty far separately from each other. In fact, now that I think about it, this is game 2, isn't it? Hold up. Hold up now. Because, again, I can't really tell, can I? So wait, one of them should be from... Yeah, okay, so this is the first one, right? You can see here they were played 2 days apart, huh? So... But yeah, now I know for sure we're playing the first replay, which is good. But yeah. Just kind of loading in here. Alright, so map is going to be Torn Crater, like I said, for both of the games. Yeah, I think we were watching the right one, I'm pretty sure. Alright, never hurts to check. But yeah, I don't think this should be allowed, but we didn't realize that it happened until the group stage had already finished, so that's just kind of my fault, especially as the tournament organizer, am I right? But I didn't specify this in the rules either, so we're probably just going to have to stick a little thing in there for Kara Cup 13 saying, hey, by the way, the group stage matches can't be the same map, and, you know, that ought to do it. By the way, only 8 players registered for Kara Cup 13 right now. I find this extremely offensive. No, you should definitely register for Kara Cup 13. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I know it's vanilla, but it's cool. It's very fun to play. Especially with all the hype going around Homeworld right now. I mean, you know you want to be playing the game, right? Big announcement is tomorrow. I'm pretty excited for that. Sandskimmer armor comes out for B8factor. That's an interesting choice here. Might be able to help him on this hold, but it's not really a very aggressive hold, is it? I don't know how cognizant I am of this, but I often do click on people's Sandskimmers, try to figure out how many upgrades they have. And if I see armor 2, I think I'll just back away. Or armor 1, that is. Power Reserve 1 also coming out, so B8factor really committing to this hold here. He might be getting baited a little bit. Oh! I didn't do that on purpose, I really didn't. Bit of classic DOK Sandskimmer micro going on right now. You can see both of us doing pretty well with that, neither of us having lost a unit yet. But I'm gonna get Sandskimmer armor 1. Bozocow, what are you like? I guess I really want to push the advantage here. That's an interesting choice. I don't usually do this. Not sure of what I was feeling. Gonna pick him an artifact here in the middle as well. Base winner is retired, it looks like, for B8factor. Unless it died somehow. You're gonna want to pick that one up, Bozo. Bozo, come on. Come on. I know you're me. I know this happened like a month ago. There we go. There we go. There we have it. Armor 1, pretty useful for withstanding that PD fire, but I mean, that's not going to work terribly well for me. I really need to not be here, I don't think. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of hubris here, kind of underestimating my opponent. Because this is not the kind of push that I would expect to actually work, you know what I mean? Ah, look at that, I'm not even really microing terribly well. Although this is good for me, I will kill that one too, right? Oh, 32 HP on that guy, he gets away. Anyway, Railfab is finishing for me now. The thing is, though, I can't make rails until I deal with the Sandskimmer threat here. He's actually got more numbers than me right now. because I've also not been doing a terribly good job of reducing units here. I don't know what I'm playing at, really, but I have a feeling this isn't the best for me. Bit of focus fire mishap right there as well. I'm just trading down the numbers, but you can see B8factor is a little bit ahead here. He's got armor 2. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was going for here. This is actually starting to put me in a really risky situation. It's play that I've never done before. I've never, like, tried to attack with armor 1, and as you can see, it's really not paying off here. Decent focus fire is keeping me alive here, but I mean, B8factor's definitely got the advantage right now. Blast Drone gonna come up here. That's really good. Con-F abilities coming in clutch there. I'm gonna try to keep myself alive. But assault railguns are starting to pop now, and now I'm feeling a little bit more confident to push back. But if you look at the units lost tab here, more even than I was expecting, but definitely B8factor I think coming out ahead in that one. Production Cruiser is going to come back home. I gotta say that's the wise choice. Refiner Mode coming out as well, so I'm kind of going to swallow my pride here. So okay, I can't take this fight, so let's just go ahead and back off. Blast Drone here is actually a real threat. Obviously, if it detonates on those salvagers, it can be killed pretty easily by the Sandskimmer force there. But look at this, B8factor coming in right across the middle of the map. He seems to have really well sensed what I was going for there. That's really nice to see. Power Reserve 2 coming out now for B8factor, perhaps getting worried about a potential railgun push. He does see these assaults here. I think this is a bit of an overreaction, but yeah. No, and I'm gonna say it by the way. If I had backed away, like when I saw he had armor 1 or whatever, if I had not teched armor 1 but instead backed away and gone refiner mode, B8factor would have invested too much into the defense. But what I ended up doing really actually assisted him, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't invest too much into it. That was, like, totally correct for him there. So, I don't know. Weird play from me. Weird play for me. Gonna lose a salvager here as well. Refiner mode is done, but I'm not exactly able to use it, am I? B8factor's carrier trying to just kind of bully away my assault rails here, but I hope he doesn't move out too far. Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. No, actually, he's a little too far, isn't he? You can see these two guys here are going to have to long-distance mine just a little bit. So he wants to move the carrier back a bit. This is a nice hold on the second, but the carrier is going to come in here, refiner mode, doing refiner mode things. We've got assault railguns to hold the pass, so that should be the end of the Sandskimmer aggression over on that side. We don't see refiner mode coming out at all for B8factor, so he's going to start falling behind now, which is a little unfortunate because he was doing super well before. Oh, blast drone! I didn't even realize it was there. I'm sure he didn't either. That's how blast drones are, you know. This assault railgun narrowly going to escape with his life. Although if these Sandskimmers want him, they can have him, I reckon. Oh, something happened over here too. Yeah, so this force here is going to be taken out by B8factor, but it's clear though I'm really far ahead in this game now. Refiner mode's still not even on the queue here, and I'm going to be on 3 base before too long. Armor 2 is done on the railguns, so I can take this fight as well. Probably anyway. I'm getting a little too close to him, but he doesn't have rating yet, so... This poor assault railgun here definitely going to die, but that's okay. Yeah, but still doing a little bit of long distance mining off the main too, so he's definitely definitely not with like the optimal eco right here. I guess I'll say it that way. He's falling behind in several ways in that regard. 2 artifacts extracted for me, by the way. That's always nice. Fleet cap goes up. My economy's really booming here. All I need to defend this is just assault rails, by the way. I don't really need anything else. There are actually heavies out on the field, but they can't follow that far. I still have the defender's advantage in a big way in that regard. So yeah, he sees it, he's gonna have to back away. Yeah, my bases are really just pretty secure. Now, I do want to talk about assault rails in the mod. Assault rails are kind of insane units in vanilla. I think in Kharkov 13 we're probably going to see that, because we've gotten better and better at assault railgun play the longer the game has gone on. I've noticed that just even from like the Magpie days, you know. The longer the game went on, the better assault railguns always seemed to be. I mean, they just, like, cannot be killed by Strikecraft, you know, it's actually insane. Oh gosh, this... Oh. There's a blast drone coming out of the base runner. It's a little too late, I guess, but... Darn, that could have been just insane. But yeah, in the mod, A-Game tries to address this by oh no. No, it's not going to do anything, actually. A-Game tries to address this by making the assault railgun a little bit less, you know, freaking invulnerable against, like, the wrong type of unit. Still counters AAVs, but AAVs can kill it if you're not careful. Still counters Strikecraft, but you only need about, like, a little more than 2 to 1 to overpower them, rather than in vanilla where it's like you practically have to have 4 to 1 to beat these things. Still get countered by rails, but if you know how to outposition your opponent, you can really put the hurt down on them with the assault railgun anyway, because rails are much more expensive. So it's just a much more rounded unit, I guess, you know? It's not insanely overpowered at its particular roles, and it's not so bad at its, at, like, roles that it's not meant to fulfill. Overall, really good changes, I think, because the assault railgun in vanilla is kind of one of those, like, units, you know what I mean? Where it either feels unreal overpowered or pretty useless. So. B8factor still with a lot of heavy rails here. He's gonna snipe that blast drone with it. Grabs an artifact of his own, by the way. I really love this, I've got to say. A heavy railgun, probably not the best choice to be here, but just a unit being here is really good. Just say, look, that extraction zone is contested. You can't just have it. And I have no idea, right? So I'm probably just going to run this guy in there. No support, and he might even get killed. So that's really good. Assault Rail's here catching the second base, but there's no production cruiser there. When I see this kind of thing, I always think like, oh, okay. I guess I'm really ahead here. That's probably going to encourage me to just make a bunch of heavy rails and spam on to victory here, because I know I can beat my opponent in macro in this kind of a game. Interceptor fabrication is done too. Honestly, I don't think I should build any of them though. It looks like I'm going to anyway. I mean, fair enough, but I don't know. I think this particular like army with the 2 production cruisers and the base runner are very compact here. Like, interceptors don't really get me anything. Actually, I should just spam rails, and that's really all I need for victory here. Oh no, again, no refinery mode from Agent B8factor, and he's going to push off of the main here. So, it's interesting to see. He was very competent in his hold, but now he's just kind of throwing, I guess. He wasn't... I don't know. It's interesting to see. It's very interesting to see. What am I doing, by the way? I'm just... Are we throwing right now? I mean, that would be the very me thing to do, wouldn't it? This guy here is gonna die, by the way, but I am actually on 4 artifacts. Where's the int getting launched? What the... I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I just don't even know. Looks like I'm gonna finish off this rail here. Smoke from the other base runner getting deployed to save the original one. That's cool. Now here's an interesting question. When you got a base runner with 300 health, which artifact do you pick up with it? The one that you don't expect to extract, or the one that you do? Anyway, I just really threw my assault railguns to the meat grinder over there, so the sand skimmers, you know, free reign, gonna come in here, start really chewing on these guys. There's quite a bit of splash damage in this canyon, probably. Yeah, so Interceptor's getting some damage in, but they're not gonna finish anyone, I don't think. So these guys will just heal up, I reckon. And a whole bunch of heavy rails just gonna get mopped up there. Very weird play for me, I've got to say. Yeah, look at the units lost, dude. This is a bozo throw in action. It's just that I'm so far ahead in this game that I'm really not going to lose it. But this is how it happens. Oh no. I mean, really, all I need, like, look, he's on one base economy. All I need to do is just make a whole bunch of heavy railguns and then a whole bunch of assault railguns, put them together in one big blob, and go. And that's game over right there. I don't know. I can't seem to figure it out. This is pretty messy for me. Yeah, see, like this type of distribution, the Sandskimmers actually have the edge, I believe. I can launch ints to deal with this, perhaps, but... Blast drone, oh. Oh, he doesn't give it enough respect. It's gonna claim some victims there. Blast drones, by the way, typically it was always a bad trade to go one blast drone for one strike craft, but in the patch, they only cost 100 CUs, so that actually is good. Oh, I dunked him. I'm just trying to style on him. Railgun armor 3 on the way now, so he does have anti-air, does B8factor. The way his army was so compacted, he didn't really need it, and now it's actually still not in the right place. That's where he wants it, is over here. Because 2 PCs are not going to be killed by ints anytime soon. Then again, there could always be bombers, you don't know, but... That's a lot of assault railguns. Alright, Bozo, now make heavy railguns, right? You just killed all your opponent's skimmers. No, you don't need that. Oh no, I'm going to win off of artifact extraction here, though. I mean, it's going to be okay, but... Good barrage, look how low it took all those guys, but there's no follow-up. Production cruisers are going to go down here as well, so I think the reason B8factor pushed out is because he saw the artifact getting carted out there. That is fair. But yeah, I can just trade damage on this carrier here. Get rid of those rails. In fact, look, ints are going to launch too. They can take care of him as well. There is no stopping that artifact, and that is going to be GG. What an odd game, though. I feel like right from the very beginning, my decision-making was not very good. Let's see if that is a trend that follows in Game 2. But yeah, look at the resource disparity right here. You have to get up on 3 base at some point in the like, or 2 at least. Yeah, but you got to expand your eco, unless it's like a full-on, you know, 2 PC versus 2 PC, just like rush on rush build. But that's not what it was. So Bozocow definitely doing his best to throw, but even he can't lose that one, I guess, when he's that far ahead in eco. Color switch comes out, impactful. You can see me now with the red and the orange stripe. Was I red and orange stripe last game? I can't remember now. I don't think I was. But yeah, same map, same opponent. Same random, but obviously he could roll a different faction here, so that'd be interesting to see. I guess we'll find out. It's Galzian. Look at that, so it really is just like the same match twice. Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't like that in group stage. If I knew what was going on, I think I should have put a stop to that, so... We won't let that be a thing in future tournaments, but yeah. I gotta say, it's really interesting to be a tournament organizer. It's not as easy as you think. And yet, in some ways, it's a lot easier. Earth mode first, maybe? Or it's gonna be... No, it's gonna be another production cruiser. You can see how I'm stacking those CUs for it. Although... Ooh, getting messy here. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh. Ooh. I don't know if you can tell what's going on there, but the quick drop was not my friend. That'll happen sometimes. That'll happen sometimes. So skimmer fab on the way here. Power Reserve 1 from B8factor. I mean, the thing is, I can't tell you it's wrong necessarily because he is actually going to get 2 PC rushed here, but don't do this in your game unless you need it. It's only a 20-second tech, so you can get it reactionarily, right? Is that a word? And that money in the early game goes a long way. So if you're gonna get 2 PC, or sorry, if you're gonna get Power Reserve like that and then not really do anything with it, it's really gonna come back to bite you. Assault Ship is the tech choice for me. 2 PC Assault Ship on Torrent Creator, we've seen that before. This can be really nasty, but it can also definitely be holdable. In vanilla, I wouldn't say so, but in patch, yes. Remember in Car Cup 12, the only way Descara was able to circumvent this kind of build here was that he he really got aggressive with those, what do you call them? The AAVs. He kind of like counter-rushed. And it worked for him. But I feel like that's really the only way that you could get away with that kind of hold. So, really good scouting from B8factor here. I have a feeling he's going to see this coming. Really trying to hide that production cruiser, perhaps you can tell. Don't want him to know that it's out there. But I also do need to, you know, consider the defense here. I've got 3 salvagers there that are particularly vulnerable. I need to scout his scouting, so I'm going to come up here. I see that base runner. This is an open path here, but it might get scouted by these sand skimmers. This production cruiser looks like it's going to go back home and try to defend, so I might be choosing to be a little bit more defensive here. And there is an assault ship coming out of him, so that should be... That should kind of spell the end of the sand skimmer aggression here. And again, they're going to charge in there, try to get a salvager here. They'll probably get one, but I mean, they might lose a lot in return for that. Actually, they're doing better than I thought. He's got armor on them. Oh, okay. You know, he's actually kind of doing a thing. He's kind of doing a thing. He's going to get 2 salvagers off here, I think. Problem is, he still doesn't know about this push down to the back line here. I'm going to say 2 assault ships is probably enough to hold this. I shouldn't lose anyone else to that now. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to attack with 2 production cruisers up on the front line here unless I take a really roundabout path here. But I did need to come back, it looks like, because those sand skimmers with the armor there, they were actually going to really punish there. And perhaps kill off a lot of salvagers there that I did not want to lose. So, production cruiser will come out here then. Assault ships in tow. If I can get like 4 of them maybe, we're going to look at some serious damage on the eco there if it's unscouted. Thing is, B8factor really doesn't have a clue about that, but the movement of these sand skimmers is really good. That might just be a coincidence. Maybe he does smell something in the water, I don't know. Production cruiser taking a lot of damage here, wow. Yeah, look at that, he's going to see it maybe. Oh, yeah, he's going to see it. Once I'm scouted here, the game is up, I just have to like run for it. Because he knows. Attempt at a production cruiser snipe here. Can he get this? He's gonna get... What the heck? This is really funny too because I don't remember these games. They were played too long ago. So I'm kind of discovering what happens here as well. I mean, it looks like I'm gonna return the favor, but still. Maybe Blue Boo is onto something. Sand skimmer armor upgrades, man. They're doing a thing here. I'm angry now, so I'm gonna kill off his production cruiser there. Gonna remake one of my own. Strike comes down on the eco, it's gonna be good. Unless I... Yeah, there we go. Oh, that guy nearly got out. This guy, I should hop up the dune now. Ooh. It's smitten. But yeah, I'm amazed. Those sand skimmers, they kill off a production cruiser. I'm starting to think, yeah, maybe maybe that sand skimmer armor first thing isn't so bad. We just haven't really seen it done properly yet. Because that was pretty nasty. I should mention, armor upgrades are a little bit better in the patch because they also give hull integrity to the strike craft, which is a big deal. But yeah, refiner mode teching for me now. The eco from B8factor nearly wiped. He's still got 3 left there though. Siege Cruiser Fab gonna start for me, so it looks like this time I really just want to punish. I'm not having what we had last game. That's just gonna be a really brutal tech. Refiner mode is done. These 2 taking the long route, but they don't need to. Looks like I caught that actually. Oh, and I'm just gonna start mining on my opponent's 3rd wall. I mean, why not really? My opponent has got refiner mode. No, he doesn't. He was teching to it briefly, but I guess he canceled it to get the production cruiser, which is definitely worth it. But yeah, my opponent does not have refiner mode here, so he's not going to be on that 3rd base for a long time. It's free real estate, you know? I might never have to relinquish that this game. Oh my gosh, you know what? The natural evolution of Sparrow's 2 production cruiser rush. You know how he'll keep coming in even if you push him back? What if he gets refinery mode and then starts mining off of your 3rd? Oh, that would just be so ridiculous. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see here. Yeah. I love this idea of sparrow mining on someone's third base. That just seems like something you would do. Siege Cruiser Fab finishing it out for me, so that's going to be pretty nasty. It looks like the Sandscreamers really are not going to find too much more avenue to do much in this game here. There's just kind of soul chips everywhere that they need to be. Oh, they can catch these aggressive salvagers in transition, I suppose. But yeah, Siege Cruise is on the way now. Like I said, that's going to be a really brutal tech here. That's probably going to spill the game. Soul chips and B8factor as well without the armor upgrades, and they're also just kind of not fighting back, and with high ground advantage against them, and veterancy, so they're going to go down. But, yeah, I really don't want to let them extract this artifact. There's just no reason to. He's already got 2 of them, which is really good for him, but yeah, I really don't want to let him get any more. So that base runner going to be denied there. Rail Fab on the queue for me now too. So Siege Cruises and Rails, that's really what you would want to finish this off quick. Base runner is going to be on the way too, so I can get some extractions going. It just looks like by every metric I'm ahead in this game. It should be an easy wrap. But you never know, it is Bozocow playing. You could still lose this. Oh, it's Ian. Good morning. Siege Cruise is out now. Just kind of meandering away. But there we go. Now that counters everything that's on the field right now. This carrier could probably still kill it, but he can also barrage and take out the eco from far away. And speaking of taking out the eco, these assault ships just going to charge in here. Ian, when he announces Homeworld 3 and it's actually a card game. He's a nasty guy, you know. He will take you down. Sandscreamers here doing their best to kill off this assault ship. They're taking a lot of damage there. 2 of them go down. My skimmers will be in position. I'll be ready to hold this. In fact, this is a kind of nice surround on these guys. Because the thing is, I have like armored unit defenses 2, I guess, and he's got 1. Okay, it's not as big of a discrepancy as I thought. But still, though, this is a fight that I could win if I can get this guy over there. It doesn't look like I can. So this guy's probably dead here. But yeah, B8factor, I think it's clear to say, really struggling to get his eco set back up in this game. Can't really get any counterplay going. It's gonna be rough to say the least if he wants to get back in. I'm still making Sandscreamers though. I don't know. I need to just be building heavy rails, I think. But like, I'm going for honor guard cruisers. Do I not know that the game is over? Like, I just need to finish it off. Interesting choices, Bozocow. Oh wow. Kana Siege Cruiser OP plus nerf. I'm just joking there. Obviously, it wasn't the most effective barrage, but that's the thing though. The Con of Siege Cruiser, I feel, should be an adaptation of the Siege Cruiser to one that has direct fire capabilities instead of indirect. And instead, it's just kind of like pretty much as good as the Galzian Siege Cruiser in its intended role, and then also better because it has more armor and it has the direct fire barrage. I find them a little bit cancerous, to say the least. Oh, I guess I noticed the base runner in game the same time I did in the replay. Honor Guard's coming out now. There's 2 Siege Cruisers. No rails on the queue. So I'm just going to fast forward things a little bit because I'm clearly taking a while. Oh, he just retired. He's going to come out here full YOLO with this carrier. I like it. I like it. We don't have vision on him. Yeah, Conef don't get good vision. Let's see, I thought he had left, so I started a barrage there. This guy's just like, run away! He's actually getting carrier blocked. Like, I know that doesn't seem to make any sense, but it's the okay. Carrier blocking is nasty, and it happens at... It can happen very wide. Oh, that's weird. They're actually exploding in midair. Yeah, carrier blocking can happen very far away from the carrier, as you can see here, especially when there are cruisers involved. Just this guy has to yield the right of way, and so he ends up turning even though he's like not even close to the guy. Yeah, this is a good move from B8factor here because this is how he could potentially still win it. If I had had heavy railguns a little bit faster, this wouldn't have been an option. But Sandskimmer's even going to get involved here just because why not? Looks like they found a target that can actually damage. This guy had to get back in the fight there, but that's okay. Yeah, carries down to about 2,000 health, so... That will be all she wrote for B8factor, and this series will be won by me 2-0. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.